I had a client ask me today, how do you stay oriented, or what do you do to find posture as a rolfer, and what do you do just as a human? And I sat there with that question. I said, how does one unwind? Do you unwind from the center, or do you unwind from the bottom and the top? And she kind of showed me what she did with her body. And I said, cool, so based upon your sensation, you want to unwind it from the center. And then we have to notice that there's also a possibility of unwinding all the way fully to its edges of the top and bottom and the sides. She kind of nodded at me. She's like, I like what you've given me is the thought process that I can unwind from my parts. I said, so from unwinding from your parts, notice where your edges are, your sides, your top, your bottom. Notice how this stuff likes to touch the edges and how the edges then touch you back. We sometimes stretch beyond our reach. We don't really know where we're going. But if we play with the idea that our environment is touching us back, there's a wall right here for me, there's a wall behind me, there's a phone in front of me. Cool, so can I feel how these things affect me? Yeah, I actually can. If I focus on it, I can press through my head, my ears, my feet, my hands, my fingers. And then when I walk around, I'm centering around something that is a plumb line that goes directly from the top of my head out through the middle of my pelvis, through the center of my feet. So then the question is the spine behind the line or in front of the line? Or is it somewhere just kind of hanging in the middle? The spine is something that hangs behind the line. So the plumb line is somewhere more center. And when we orient to something of a plumb line that is more center, it gives us something to orient to. There's a top to that orientation. There's a bottom to that orientation. There's an inside. There's sides. Notice what you just orient to naturally. And this is what I do. After all the Rolf movement trainings I've gone to, what do Rolfers do when they go to Rolf movement training? They feel this kind of stuff. And I didn't know how to do this before either. I had a teacher once come up to me after I asked a question, why are we learning how to go from seated to standing? And she sat next to me really close. And she said, because no one's ever taught you. And I kind of had this really big moment of, you're really right. No one teaches us also how to orient. So welcome to today. And you get to notice what you are finding today. And it's not something that you get to find once and go, I found it. It's something that you get to re-find every single day. Because if we just find it once, then we're just, that was once. What's your favorite band? Have you ever seen them twice in concert? It's probably really fun. So it's the same thing with finding, you have ownership of this whole thing. You have home ownership of this. So how do you come here and find this ownership, these edges, this space above and below and the sides? Where are you today? Did you start moving from your head today? Did you start moving from your feet today? These are great questions to just notice what you're doing. And that's what orientation is. That's what noticing is. That's what being aware is. That's what being present is. And that's what I'm finding in my movement practices. Where do I begin the day? And how do I keep exploring the feet or exploring the head, exploring my hands? It's a constant creation of creativity and space for you to awaken to. You don't have to be trapped by your parts. You can sense the sensation of what is going on. We are sensate beings, after all. Have a good day.